2005, 2 days to your wedding, you had anal intercourse with a man called Allegation.
I'm not gay. I've never been gay. I will never be. I mean, anyone who knows me knows that.
But me promise Paul something. You have eaten poison, you have murdered sleep, and you will sleep no more. Paul, you have murdered sleep, and you will sleep no more.
And you know, Enrichi, Wednesday, Kevin Kobe Taylor, Etoton Sam, Edemane, Adom Otchere, Ekan Sama Wakase, Adom Otchere, gay. Now, Adom Otchere, Ababi, same way I know. I will chima. Osu no say turumu said ye, onye turumu, na Sama, Kevin Taylor Kenyano, and Yano correct. Or not so I drop a video. I just say, well, concern into details. Just say, Sama Kevin Taylor Kayano, or Baba reply. Also, Kevin Taylor, I can say, Miss Ayo no, Adom Otchere, or then the wife, or my divorcing, or my interfere be was there be Sansabno, and Yano correct, watching him over. Just say, and Sembia, Kevin Kobe Taylor, I can candy so. Or think can same way, why now you see when Yano, but and Grofobie say, I will see Yano, yes, I say, or Kevin Taylor, I can't say not to one and reply be anywhere. A baby baby will be quafa, let's say Kevin Taylor some more kind. When you reply be and farmer, no, and no, Ababa reply no. Now before say a bit air part of much, no, yet a Kevin Kobe Taylor, just a name some what the money air part of much, then you're pushing and or also adding an editorial at the Abba, and a good evening Ghana or dedicated time. Now title what the man debunking the allegations of Kevin Taylor.
But me promise Paul something. You have eaten poison, you have murdered sleep, and you will sleep no more. Paul, you have murdered sleep, and you will sleep no more. Your woman, your wife, your ex-wife is an innocent woman, but there are a lot of things I'm going to put out. It hurts to say your children will see and your ex-wife will see. It hurts me, and I'm first going to apologize to them. Because in the future, I'm going to do damage. People like you are not supposed to live amongst humans. I'm apologizing to your kids first. I really apologize to them. I apologize to your ex-wife. I am going to do damage, but they will get a little bit of the hit. Because they will see you. They will see things they don't want to see. And it's all because with Jimmy and Amasa Nyoma Wingina is. So you have actually murdered sleep. I am responding to yesterday editorial to let you know I am not done. 2 days to your wedding in 2005. 2 days to your wedding. You had anal intercourse with a man called Allegation. He was a very good friend of Adom Otchere. You have forgotten about those records, right? 2 days. I will be worried. 2 days. I will show you what you don't want to see in your life. 2 days. Answer now your wedding. No? You were treating gonorrhea. The gentleman you had anal sex with, your friend of the intro. The gentleman you had that intercourse with your friend of Allegation. You had gonorrhea. You were treating it 2 days before your wedding. Paul, I said you have eaten poison and also you have murdered sleep. You will sleep no more. 2 days to your wedding, you had anal sex with Allegation. You were treating gonorrhea before the wedding. You want evidence? I will show you. You think it's a joke? Then I'm updating power manager. And I'm being power your ex-wife at you. What you are going to see, it will kill you slowly. Any day you will die in your bed. You have no idea. My body, the gentleman you had anal sex with, your friend Allegation. 2 days before your wedding, you were treating gonorrhea. You. Allegation is Adom Otchere's very good friend.
So that is very short from Kevin Taylor. Yanko Paul Adom Otchere. Nensema or the Emani Kevin Taylor. NHS in Yanua or they ba allegations are Kevin Taylor drop it. Say we you just say someone will drop it. Say 2 days to election when you are officially gonorrhea. Aye, Kevin Kobe Taylor and some more bed drop it. You take part of much.
I have to say that there are many people in the world. Some people are gay, some some people are not gay. I am not gay. I've never been, and I will never be. As a matter of fact, let me show, the guy that said is my gay partner. Can we see? Can we see? Please, let's start with that photograph. We were sorry about that. But I mean, I've been compelled to say this, which is completely unnecessary, but I'll say it. This is somebody who's called Alex Yeboah. I don't know anybody called Alex Yeboah. I've never met anybody called Alex Yeboah. If I know some Yeboah and he's not Alex, he's Alex, I don't know. I don't call him Alex. I don't know anything like that. And I mean, the kinds of things they say that on your wedding day, you had gay sex and you got some disease, and it's very gory. But it's not true. It's absolutely untrue. And I can understand why they do these things. And I heard recently, and I'm sure you also saw KSM's video, where they said there's some brand of journalism called Jandam. And Jandam journalism is to say something that's not true repeatedly. And when you say it repeatedly, it becomes true. It's not true at all. Now, I've been around. I went to school in Presec for many years. I went to University of Ghana for many years because it was 2 times. I went to University of Ghana for first degree, second degree was law, and I've been there all the time. I worked at Joy FM, Radio Gold, Choice FM, Radio Universe as a campus, when we used to play with Radio Universe at campus. And I started Metro TV's Good Evening Ghana. And then we went on to set up City FM. And in 2004, we were quite successful with it. I got a call one day from Nikamate. He said, can you set up a new radio station? The 2003, 2004. I said, well, I can take you far, but Samens can take you further. He was abroad. I brought Samens back home. He came home. He set up. He led it. And we were successful. I've been working with people. So if I'm gay, there will be some semblance of, I've been to school all the time. But I don't know why they say these things. I don't know. Sometimes the way people fight these battles is what they are, they say you are. So it's a reverse psychology they do. What is innately their nature is and it's an embarrassing nature for them. They transfer it onto you and say that you are gay. So they say you have some gay partner called Alexia. I don't know where they get the name from, and that Alexia boy is ready to speak. He should speak. He should very well speak, because I don't know him. I'm not gay. I've never been gay. I will never be. I mean, anyone who knows me knows that. And then they talk about my wife has issued a statement that she has divorced. It's completely and absolutely false. It's not true at all. And it is also because they are taking advantage of my private life, because viewers, you see me talk like this on TV, but I'm not a very outward person like that. I just operate in a small group. Everybody who has worked. When I used to work at Joy FM, there was a timetable. You come to work at 4 a.m. and you close at 4 p.m. and all that. Because I like to work in small groups, I had to plead with Samens to design my own schedule from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Because I work in small groups. I am not a very, so if I do a party, it's for my people. They talk about how my family is in tatters. I think also the problem is that they cannot understand how a marriage can last that long and it's still on. That is the work of God. That's not the work of man. That you are still married from wherever they saw your big wedding, or so they call it, big wedding on screen. They were envious of it, obviously. The way they talk today, you can tell that they were envious. It pained them at that time. I don't know them. I've never met this seamstress in America before. I don't know him. I've never ever met him before. And there's another guy, a friend of mine, Kwabna Bobe and Class FM. He also talks about this. Paul Adom Otchere is gay. I don't know where he gets it from too, because he too, I've met him just once. I don't know him. I used to listen to Asempa and listen to him. Then when he had his problems with Joy FM, KSM called me that Bobre is being maltreated by Joy FM. Can I grant him an interview on Good Evening Ghana? I said, what does he want to talk about? He says he wants to talk about how Kwesi Chum has maltreated. Once they mentioned the name Kwesi Chum, I said, no, I can't do that. I mean, this is a man who gave me opportunity when I was a student. I can't come on Good Evening Ghana. In fact, me doing Good Evening Ghana is premised on my work at Joy FM, which Kwesi and Samens gave me the opportunity to do. So why am I going to be on Good Evening Ghana and talk about Kwesi negatively? He's running his company. He decides that somebody cannot be part of his company. Is that a matter for me to discuss? So I told KSM that I don't want to do that interview. That's a long time ago. And that's my only sort of connection with Bobie. But he still says that, and Paul Adom Otchere is gay, and he even has names for me. I ignore it because I think people will not take it serious. But when it comes from all over the place and people are saying that, look, speak about it so that at least there's a record that you said something about it. I don't know Alex Yeboah. I've never met, I don't know anybody called Alex Yeboah. Prior to the wedding that you are talking about, and all this is private, but I have to share it. The groomsmen, we were together for days at Alisa Hotel. We had gone to the British High Commission to learn how to wear Scottish kilts. So we were together all the time. There was no Alexia Bois with us. I don't know. Anyway, let me get to the rest of the thing. So they said, I'm divorced. It's not true. And I'm saying that maybe, you see, if you marry a Sudanese because you want to be a citizen of Sudan, that's a different matter. If you do that, you might not think that marriages can last that long, because your marriage is told that you want to be a Sudanese. So you want to marry a Sudanese. Without marrying a Sudanese, you are a nobody. You have absolutely no traction. But that's the problem sometimes they have, and I don't have any problem with it. And because Good Evening Ghana has lasted for so long, as I was saying, people want to make it the standard. The other day, you heard A+ saying that when he was sleeping in some place in North First Light, I was doing Good Evening Ghana. So at that time, he recognized me as the standard. But he says now he has overtaken me because he's a member of parliament and I'm still a blogger, which is okay. But that is, so if you imagine Good Evening Ghana as your standard and you are trying hard to reach the standard, but you are not able to rise to the quality of research, candor, and things like that, and you have to use insults to make people aware of you, that's your cup of tea. And that's why they've introduced a new journalism called Jandam. Jandam, they say, means say the lie consistently and it will become like it is true.
Eti wutie Adom Otchere enna chese ne editorial nsema o drop here ene chese wo be yi nsema no about Kevin Taylor ne allegation ne nsema opeso wo de to ne so yentie the last part of Kevin Taylor enra echi nsema o de man Adom Otchere chemu a ono nsema no wie ye one Kevin one Adom Otchere ebe one ne be chiajam a chese ensemi a wo kan wo honom no se Adom Otchere anom poison na poison na wa anom na chese ensema Kevin Taylor drop it me akura e mo.
Was he able to say my wife hasn't divorced me? He just said, oh, it is not true. That is what he does. With all due respect, Paul, we don't buy bundle in America. We give you. You are just crazy. America yet bundle. We don't buy bundle in America. Yes, you see, this is a dirty liar. This is a dirty liar who needs to be exposed to the core. Yes, you have to come and say, this person has not had an affair with my wife. My wife has not divorced me. I live in my house with my wife. She hasn't divorced me. Why can't you say that? The guy chopped your wife. Your wife has divorced you because you are a dirty riffraff who is on drugs and chasing boys and other dirty girls. What has Ibrahim Mahama got to do with Bundle and Duncan Williams and Otunfo and the issues? You always need to put them where they belong. Come in. Bundle free in a baby. If Ibrahim Muhammad decides to sue you, can you prove that $180? What is $180? Who buys bundle in America? The homeless in America, they don't even buy bundle. The homeless people in America, people who are homeless and jobless, they don't even buy bundle. What is bundle? This is how low we have come. And I don't blame Paul. I blame a Zoom Lion. Only the when you scan or the makwasiasi at the TV so. Zoom Lion, only the sika, and one makwasiasi at the TV so. Now Zoom Lion no, or your Pentecost ni penny no. Say I sorry, cause I'm penny say ya. Ya didn't video about Bontina, or boy Jantra 1 hour reachy, and you're supporting or supporting her. I don't know makwasia without TV so. That means you, Zoom Lion, you are in support of San Kwasiadi Adom Otchere, or yeah, out of his marriage. And yep, Zoom Lion can San Kwasiadi busy. And can see. So I don't blame this filthy, dirty, slimy, drug-addicted fool, Adom Otchere. I blame the people giving him the platform. What is your response? Ibrahim Mahama, Otunfo, Duncan Williams, and they said he's coming to Ghana. The first time you people said Kevin Taylor cannot enter Ghana. If you're a man, come to Ghana. Now it has turned into, he came to Ghana and the government supported him. And now he has turned into, somebody wants him to come to Ghana. Mwe Jimmy. You people don't know what you want. And Zoom Lion, I'm going to say, Ghana. It is Zoom Lion. He is the one behind this fucking thing. He is the one behind this nonsense. Now Pentecost ni penyini say ubu yere ebu fie enim say ade a wo ye no yesi de nam no so asuntudu abeba do onue wona watam sikama kwasea we edi nkwasea sem wo Ghana na nka wo ye kristoni a wo som nyame a wo gi nyame dia. How will you allow this fool from what you know about this guy to still be sitting on your TV? I blame Zoom Lion and you are the one I blame. Ebia hu de onfa osika nye. Ebia wankasa no Pentecost na uko no wonti ase.
So any sema Kevin Taylor drop here nene what the allegations be pray e ma na Adom Otchere e wo ho na Adom Otchere and so ababiji ni na no e wo ho nom aha Dowona TV che wadwe e wo comment section